Hey, I'm Ashley. Welcome back to my channel. And I usually record from my bathroom, but I'm in my bed today and it's whatever. I'm gonna take my makeup off after this actually. I showered and stuff, but yeah, I left my face on because I thought I was gonna do something else. But I didn't, and that's okay. So today is technically Saturday. It's 3 in the morning, April 13th. So if you're new here or if you're returning, welcome back to my channel. I am making a community. I'm not gonna say trying. I am making a community and safe space for healing, growing, self-improvement, self-love, and to honestly grow closer to God. Because like I said, since I started this channel, God wanted me to do this. He had laid on my heart for a minute to just, make YouTube videos and like put my voice out there. And I had always thought that like I have a unique way of communicating with people. So I definitely, always played with the idea in my mind, but it just felt like something that was like far fetched for me to be doing. I don't even know why I felt like that because now that I make videos, it just comes naturally. Like I get on here, I talk, I express myself clearly, I'd like to say, and it reaches who it needs to reach. So, with that being said, welcome back to my channel. I wanted to talk about just really choosing yourself. I feel like so many times we've been taught to like look out for other people and like, you know, be the person that other people need us to be, but we don't too much think about the person that we need ourselves to be. And I say that because, a lot of times we run into problems because we were so busy trying to save the world and we forgot about ourselves. We didn't get the rest we needed. We didn't give ourselves the things we wanted. We didn't give ourselves that special love and attention. And as much as you want to show up for other people, as I always say, if you don't show up for yourself, you have nothing to offer anyone else. We got to stop apologizing for putting ourselves first. We have to stop apologizing for getting rid of things that don't suit us or don't support us or needed to go in last season. That includes people, places, and things. That's life, that's real, and we just need to accept that. And we got to take the guilt away from that. So, I think a big lesson a lot of us have to learn is we bask in victimhood sometimes in the way that we become martyrs, self-proclaimed martyrs in our life. And what I mean by that is like, we'll exhaust ourselves, we'll exhaust our resources trying to support and benefit other people, knowing that we was running our own selves dry trying to give to other people. And then when the other people take, and you have nothing left, now you're complaining. But you're the only person that was in control of that happening. You're the only reason that that's happening. People can ask you for resources, people can ask you for time, but it's up to you to give it. Now your battery's drained because you have all these different sources that you've released from, and at no point did you check in with yourself to really like see what you needed. And your body's always going to let you know when you are in overdrive. Your body's always going to let you know when you did too much. But we glamorize it, like, running ourselves to the ground. We really glamorize it. And I feel like Western culture definitely promotes it. Like you're a lazy person if you're not exhausting yourself to death, basically. And that's just not true. That's not true, and that is not a place you want to work from. If that's a mindset that you have, you literally need to pray that mindset away and ask God to reframe your thinking, because that's not what we're doing. Like, we are creating lives of ease. I'm not saying everything is going to be easy, but it's definitely not going to just be super hard. Like, we do not need to believe that things need to be super hard or that we need to stretch ourselves so thin to show up for everyone else and then put ourselves last on the list. That is absolutely not what we're doing. Like, we're not. If that was something you were doing yesterday, a couple hours ago, couple days ago, a week ago. We're just not doing it anymore. There is no reward in that. There isn't. Stop trying to get the I suffered the most award. That are you gonna hang it on your fridge? You aren't. So it's like, just no, that's not what we're doing. And I think that we haven't been taught enough self-love practices. So no matter what age you are, it's just time to start implementing. from the smallest thing to the biggest thing. Meaning, if you just want to like read 10 pages out of a book for like 5-10 minutes, however long it takes you to read 10 pages, right? If you just want to read 10 pages out of a book and like, chill out, drink your tea. I say tea because I love tea. But, if that's a guilty pleasure that you have, give yourself that on a consistent basis. If it's like go and treat yourself to a shirt or a scarf or like earrings, jewelry, whatever. I'm like an extra girl. So, we just love extra. But I said that to say, treat yourself. And the treat doesn't have to be huge, but you know that it's a treat. And also, outside of the things that seem fun, I love a good bubble bath. I gotta say that. Love a good bubble bath. It gives luxury, honey. But outside of the fun stuff, you also have to pray. You have to pray. You have to pray. I'm always gonna advocate for people to pray because, there is nothing in life that can trump you petitioning on your own behalf to God. Only God knows your heart, and God tells us to guard our heart for a reason. There's so many things out there that can deter you, distract you, disorient you on your journey. And honestly, a lot of things are sent to do just that. And when we stray away from God, when we find all the other things to do to avoid talking to God and having fellowship with God, we are allowing the enemy and the others to complete their mission, because the whole goal is to get us off our path of, divine development with the Most High. So you really, really have to pray, 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 and pray some more. You know what I'm saying? When you think about it, pray. Always talk to God. Give every burden that you have to God. God is listening. God is listening, and no matter how big your problems seem, there is literally nothing too big for God. Keep that in mind. Soak it up. Really believe it. If you're in a space where you're just not believing it, I know some people get in really dark spaces. If you're in one of those spaces, that's when you have to welcome God the most, honestly. And I say that because, sometimes you get so low you don't think that there is light at the end of the tunnel. And it's because we've allowed things to get so dark, but that's not true. That's not true. And honestly, if you're in that space, God is waiting to hear from you. God is waiting to hear from you. God is waiting to pull you out of that space. And like I always say, I'm an advocate for getting exactly what you need. I think all of us could benefit from therapy, period. Every single person. I don't care if you're saying you don't have that much childhood trauma, save it. Everybody could benefit from therapy. Journaling. I think journaling is so important because everything that's in your head has energy. And if you're not talking about it or releasing it in some format, you're just carrying it around. I tell you, when you get into that prayer book, when you get into the prayer closet, honey, I have so many different books, but when you get into the prayer closet, honey, that's when you really, really get real with yourself. That's when time really passes aimlessly, and you start to just divulge all these different feelings, and you're able to reflect and break down what's going on in your head and your heart and your spirit, what you're struggling with. Because sometimes we getting up every day and we on autopilot just going through the motions, and we don't even realize what's affecting us or how we're feeling or what's going on with us internally. And that's how a lot of people end up letting things pile up till it feels like it's out of their control, and emotionally they explode. We don't need that. That is not a part of the journey that we're claiming. We will peacefully, joyfully progress and seek God's face on our healing journey. And we're always going to remember that the healing journey is not linear. It's not like you go here, 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 here. That's not it. The healing journey looks like this. And you repeat cycles, you repeat phases. You learn something and then you have to learn it again. And when I say you have to learn it again, I'm going to go further to say, let's say you learned a lesson and it's levels to the lessons, right? So you may have learned this lesson at level 1. Let's use friendship as an example. I think everybody has unique friendship experiences. So you might have learned a lesson about friendship at level 1. But now, I'm 28, you're learning a lesson about friendship at level 18. okay? And that's completely different from when you were in first grade. It's completely different from when you were in seventh grade. It's completely different from when you were an early college student. Like, it's just different. So we always have to keep that in mind and extend ourselves some grace, because it's easy to crucify yourself and, like, you know, punish yourself or be hard on yourself about repeating cycles or mistakes or just ideologies. And it's like, we always have to remember that it took time for us to even come up with the foundation of those beliefs. Like, we didn't just believe those things. Like, it took time for us to come up with that belief system. So it may take time to dismantle it. But like I always say, we dismantle and rebuild our foundation over and over again, because that's a part of the human experience. That's a part of growth and development. That's a part of really understanding life, because, you know, at a certain phase, you learn information and you apply it to your life if you're a wise person. But then time goes by and you have different unique experiences that shape you in a different way than the person you were when you experienced those things and applied that knowledge. So it doesn't even mean that you're no longer applying the knowledge that you got at level 2, but now you're applying it in a different way. I hope that made sense. But I said that to say, you know, all of us need to draw closer to God. Like, if you look around in this world, the things that you see, the stuff that you read every day, if you're on social media, like, watch the news, life be life, and honey, I'm gonna just say that. So the safest place is to be in God's bosom. I'm not even being funny. Like, the safest place to be is there. And like I said, we have to get out of feeling guilty for prioritizing ourselves. It doesn't matter who makes you feel bad about it, because honestly, the enemy is just using them to get in your head. Because you need to know that I have to take care of myself. There is nothing wrong with me taking care of myself. There is nothing wrong with me prioritizing myself. It's actually my duty to myself, and anyone who makes me feel bad about that is actually not a person that I need to be listening to, and maybe not a person I even need to be around, because what is the saying? May two not walk together unless they be in agreement. That is, yeah, like, pause the video if you need to pause the video, because yeah, it just reminds you that you have to be that much more I don't know if I want to say serious, but yeah, a little bit serious about the people that you allow in your space and allow in your life, because, excuse me, y'all, I am tired as hell, but I had to make this video because I have work this weekend and I probably won't be recording anything. I may, you know, I said I might start making some videos where, like, I'm just like this. Like, I'm in my bed right now, but, like, I still got makeup on. But, like, just chill videos with me using the same, like, content and style of, like, communication, but just, like, you know, regular bareface. Because I am bareface a lot. I know I come on here with makeup, but, like, I'm a bareface girl, like, most of the time. And I'm very comfortable with my bareface. And as much as I promote makeup, I still want to promote people, women specifically. Y'all, my hand, look at my hands. Look at my hands, bro. I'm weak. People be telling me my hands are so small, and then they tell me my fingers are so skinny, and I guess in this video right now, I see it. I see it. That's funny. Anyways, I want to promote, like, self-love, because, again, like, makeup looks good. It's cool. But a part of our journey of, like, really loving on us is literally loving on us as we are. Love your nose, love your eyes, love your cheeks, love your head, love your hair. Like, love you. God made you. You are fearfully and wonderfully made, if you truly believe that. And if you don't believe that, I need you to start believing it. I need you to write it on a sticky note and put it on your mirror, because it is the truth. God made you the way he made you for a reason. Your features tell a story. Your features are a divine manifestation of your bloodline. And when you think of it that way, that's when you know you just have to be proud of how God shaped you. Like, period. It's so funny, my portrait's back there. Like, this is a portrait from, like, let's see. That is a portrait of me from, like, I was 14. And I obviously had hair. That's funny. Anyways, it was a birthday gift from my dad. And, you know, I'm very artsy-fartsy, so, like, it was pretty cool to have like the man draw me in real time. I loved it. It's one of my favorite gifts from my daddy. Anyways, so I got super off topic, kind of, but we're going to reel it back in. We need to draw closer to God. We need to really welcome him in our life. In the spaces that you need the most help, that's why you need to be begging God to fill the holes, because a lot of times we practice escapism to fill the voids, and in the midst of doing that, we kind of put ourselves in situations that we don't need to be in and put ourselves around people we don't need to be around. And an idle mind, I don't know if y'all ever heard that, but idle mind is a dangerous place. So you don't need an idle mind that has an absence of God, because that's a recipe for disaster. You know what I'm saying? So get closer to God, pray, really look at where you are on your journey and see what you like, see what you don't like, see the goals that you have for yourself, and just pay attention to if the things that you're doing are bringing you closer to those goals or further away. And once you see that, just be honest with yourself. Like, okay, I'm doing this like this, but I could be doing this. I've been doing this, but maybe I need to do this. And once you really put two and two together, I think it'll really bring you closer to God. We got to be accountable. A lot of times we don't like to be accountable. A lot of times we want to put everything on everybody else. We want to make excuses, and it's no room for that. It's no room for that. Excuses have no space here. Do you know why? Because on this journey, things are going to happen. Circumstances are going to change. People are going to switch up. Money may run low. You may feel lost and confused, and you may not always be able to operate from the place that you're most comfortable in. But God makes us uncomfortable to really get us in that mode. I'm so big on getting in that mode. Like, that mode mean like we in a field. That mode mean like we knocking out goals, like we being disciplined, like we not allowing people to penetrate our divine space. We really taking it up with God and really holding ourselves accountable and getting to it. Getting to it meaning getting to the prayer, getting to the goals, getting to working out, getting to drinking your water, getting to eating clean, getting to saying no, getting to setting those boundaries. Like, we really have to. Our health, wellness, spiritual growth, development is banking on us really holding ourselves accountable and like not playing with ourselves on this part of the journey. Again, guys, we are in second quarter of 2024. This time has flew by so quickly. Don't let this time fly by and we're in the third quarter of the year and you haven't changed anything, or you still feeling like you felt in January or December of 2023. And, you know, I'm not big on just giving yourself different times to do stuff, because we're all on our own timelines. And a lot of times when we just are so anal about doing things at a certain time or a certain age, we don't really allow ourselves to just enjoy, and we kind of discredit ourselves when we don't hit certain deadlines, because it's like, oh, I was supposed to do this when I was 26 and now I'm 28 and I'm doing, like, no, you're doing it. That's what matters. So don't think of it in that way, but just still hold yourself accountable and implement habits that will better help you reach the goals that you have set. Implement habits that'll make you closer to God, and ask God where he would like you to be, because when you ask him that and you tell him that I am willing to show up the way that you want me to show up, God will literally make things work in a way that put you in position. And the best position in the house is to be in the seat that God put you in. Don't let that go over your head. So I feel like I was rambling a little bit, but I hope this reaches somebody and it makes sense and you connect with it. If it does, like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram. It's Miss Bonita, MissBoniiTaaa. So Miss Bonita spelled like M-I-S, Bonita, B-O-N, 3 I's, 1 T, 4 A's. Like, comment, and subscribe. I'll link the TikTok, and I'll see you guys next time.